Thomas Aquinas said there are 4 great substitutes for God. Right? He knew with St. Augustine that the heart is wired for God. By the way, that's what we need to teach this culture, everybody in this room. We need to be missionaries of that to our secular culture. The heart is restless till it rests in God. It's the fundamental Christian truth. But, Aquinas said, we tend to find 4 great substitutes: wealth, pleasure, power, and honor. Now, should be familiar to everyone in this room. We're all sinners here. We're all in the same boat. We're all seasick, which means we've all been pursuing these 4 things. Succumbing to the illusion that, oh, if I just fill myself up with enough of these 4 things, I'll be happy. If I just get enough wealth, I'll be happy. That's the problem. I'm not wealthy enough. Oh, you know, other people, they got a lot more pleasure in their life than I do. If I just had enough pleasure, I'd be happy. Oh, power. I'm just not powerful enough. If I just got enough power, I'd be happy. Or honor. Nobody appreciates me. What credit do I get? I deserve much more than I have. If only I were honored sufficiently, I'd be happy. Now, why am I saying all that in an angry voice? Because that's what it feels like to be in the grip of that desire, doesn't it? It feels frustrating, and I'll tell you exactly why. We're wired for God, which means the infinite good. Only in God will my soul be at rest, the Bible says. And so when I try to fill up that infinite emptiness with some little finite thing in the world, what's that like? Here's what John of the Cross said. He said, imagine this infinite cavern, right? That's our hunger for God. Now, take wealth, and I'm gonna fill it up with wealth. What's it like? No. I'm still unhappy. I must need more of wealth. I'll be Bill Gates. I'll be, Jeff Bezos now is the richest man in the world. I'll be Jeff Bezos. I'll put $400 billion. Am I right? See, because it's an infinite cavern. Nothing in the world can fill it. Now, same with pleasure. You know, you get a little pleasure in your life, and you get a buzz from that. And so, oh, that's great. But then it wears off. It has to. We're not meant for that. Oh, I need more pleasure. I need more, but all the pleasure in the world. It doesn't, see, and what happens is I get crazy, frustrated, and finally addicted. Again, am I right, fellow sinners? See, we all know this story. We've all been down this road, or say with the metaphor, we've all gone to that well. We've drunk and we've gotten thirsty again. Right. Same with power, same with honor. You never get enough of them because they're not designed to make you happy. Power makes you powerful, I'll give you that. Honor makes you honored, I guess. I'll give you that. It doesn't make you happy. Wealth makes you wealthy, sure. It doesn't make you happy. The woman at the well. I know the pattern you got here. I know how frustrating it is. I want to give you the water that wells up in you to eternal life. See, what's that? That's now filling your soul with God. Now, here's a little trick, everybody. It's spiritual physics. And like a lot of laws of physics, it's counterintuitive. Here's how it works, though. Okay, filling the soul with God alone is going to make us happy. True. But who's God? God is love, right? Therefore, it's only by filling the soul with love that we are filled up. It's only by filling the soul with self-emptying love that we're filled up. Do you see why it's so hard to get this right? And why we all succumb to the wealth, pleasure, power, honor project all the time? Now, can I shift to an Old Testament metaphor here? Do you know that great story from the first book of Kings about Elijah and the priests of Baal. Remember, Elijah's the one prophet of Yahweh left. But there are 450 priests of Baal. Okay, so it always goes, right? The priests and prophets of the false gods, they're always thick on the ground. That's never changed. So Elijah challenges them, all right? You guys build the altars to your gods. I'll build one to God, and we'll see what happens, right? So they build the altars to the Baals. And then, in that beautiful, funny story, as they pray and they cajole and they dance and they hop around the altars, nothing happens. At noon, it says Elijah mocked them. Well, where are they? They're gods. Maybe they're on vacation. Maybe they're taking a nap. And my friends who know Hebrew a lot better than I do say that the Hebrew even insinuates maybe they're in the John. I mean, maybe I don't know where they are, but they're not responding to you. And then, beautifully, the story adds that in their frenzy, the priests of Baal slash themselves, right, until the blood flows. Then Elijah prays to God, and the fire falls, consumes the sacrifice. Elijah wins. Okay. What I want you to see, though, is that this is much more than just a kind of macho, hey, my God's better than yours story. It's making the point I've been making more laboriously. The priests of Baal and their altars, think of them as all the ways we engage in false worship. Think of those, imagine 4 of them: wealth, pleasure, power, honor, right? How much time, now be honest with yourself, how much time have you spent in your life hopping around one of those stupid altars?